you've been trying to perfect the clean girl makeup look, but it always just looks a little bit off on you, maybe your skin is looking greasy instead of glowy, maybe it's looking a little too makeup-y, I'm gonna give you guys tips on how to perfect your clean girl natural looking makeup and keep it looking amazing all day, especially if you have oily acne prone skin, or even if you have dry skin. I'm gonna be giving you guys tips as well, so keep on watching. So I already did my skin prep. I basically just went in with this moisturizer and the sunscreen. Basically just use any moisturizer or sunscreen that you love that actually is nourishing for your skin. It's really important to get a nice primer if you have oily skin. This is where you want to get an oil controlling primer. If you have dry skin, obviously go in with a hydrating primer. So right now I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. I get extremely oily in my T-zone, so I really just focus it like on my nose and my forehead. I love this primer because it's not like super mattifying. If you have drier skin or normal skin, go in with a skin tint. You don't even need a full foundation for the step because skin tints tend to work better for drier skin. It doesn't really work that well if you have a ton of oil. For me, I do have some acne scarring and I do have very oily skin, so I do need to go in with a foundation at this step. The foundation that I'm going to be using is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have two of these shades because I have to mix them to get the perfect match. This is the shade 2N2 Buff and 3W2 Cashew. You want to use such a light amount because this is clean girl kind of no makeup. So I literally use that amount. It's like 2 drops. So I'm just blending that in with a sponge. So like I already used a little and I'm using a sponge, so it's already like soaking in a bit of the product as well. And this just creates the most natural makeup look. For concealer, I'm going to go in with 2 different concealers. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind and this is the House Labs Concealer. The reason I go in with 2 is because the Maybelline Age Rewind is one of the best concealers for under the eyes. It's so light that it just doesn't look cakey and it doesn't crease. It's just perfect for under the eyes. I go in with the House Labs Concealer for my blemishes because the coverage is just crazy. Like, it's so good. But usually I do like to let my concealer sit if you just want like a little bit more coverage, but because we're going for as natural of a look as possible, I don't mind blending out my concealer a little bit quicker. To make it super long lasting and have everything blended together seamlessly, I'm actually going to go in with a layer of setting spray at this step. It's actually super important which setting spray you pick. Like, this one is not for no makeup. Like, this is too heavy. It's gonna make your face very matte. This is for more of like a full face of makeup. My favorite setting spray for oily skin when I still want my makeup to look very natural is the Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. Another really good one that's more affordable is the Sephora one. But yeah, this one is amazing. And again, if you have dry skin, go in with a hydrating setting spray. I'm gonna give it a second and let it dry a little bit before I go in with my powder. If you have dry skin, you have to be very careful to not over powder because powder can make your makeup look a little bit more makeup-y. Don't bake, just go in with like a very light layer of powder, dust it on a little bit. For oily skin, go in the T-zone for sure because you get extra oily there, and then also just in the places where you crease and where you have blemishes. So I'm using the Laura Mercier powder. I like to use a small powder brush because this way I don't have to worry about powdering my entire face when I don't need to do that. Go in the under eyes, and you see I'm bringing it to the corners of my nose because I get super oily there and my makeup always tends to break apart a little bit there. And then you also just want to put some where you put the concealer. When it comes to no makeup, you don't want to draw like a super defined shape. You kind of just want to color in where your hairs already are and just basically make them less sparse if you have sparse brows. And then I always just take my finger and buff out the inner corners and clean up the edges if I need to a little bit. The important part of your eyebrows for clean girl looks is to go in with a good brow gel because there's a lot of brow gels on the market that just don't do a good enough job. You need to find a brow gel that can actually slick up your brows and keep that in place. So the one I'm using that I really have been liking lately is the Rare Beauty Brow Gel. This gives you like a perfect, like naturally feathered brow without it being too crazily slicked up. So for eyeshadow, your best bet when it comes to clean girl looks is to just use your bronzer because it keeps everything super cohesive. I have recently got the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and oh my god guys, like I mean, first of all, look how pretty. This genuinely just blends into your skin so beautifully. But basically I just take my bronzer and just dust that all over my eyelid and it gives a very beautiful, natural and cohesive eyeshadow look. And you want to bring a little bit under your eyes as well. And that is basically the entire eyeshadow look. Now we just want to curl our lashes. So just make sure you're clamping and then like lifting and letting go. So your lashes are a C shape. So now I'm going in with my favorite mascara, which is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. This is in the waterproof one, of course, because the non-waterproof will not hold up my Asian lashes. This mascara does give a lot of volume, so it actually might be a little bit too much if you naturally have really thick, voluminous lashes already. So now I'm gonna be contouring my face, and I'm using the Too Cool for School Art Class Contour. Make sure when you're contouring, you're actually going in with an ashy brown. Like, people always confuse contouring and bronzing. It's totally different. The contouring, you're creating shadows. For bronzing, you're doing it on the higher points of your cheek. So for contour, I just like to do a few swipes here. Again, make sure you're actually doing it where the hollows of your cheek actually are. So if you go like suck in, you can kind of see, right? I also like to just bring it down here as well, because I can just kind of create like a whole shadow for this part of my face. And then I use the smaller end of the brush and contour my nose with that. Get really precise in there, and then I use the big side and blend that out. That is how I contour my nose. Now for bronzer, you want to take a bigger, fluffier brush. So I put the bronzer like there, higher on the cheeks, on the temples. It gives you just the most beautiful sun-kissed look. I am obsessed with this bronzer. It just blends out so smoothly, and it's so buildable. Like, I hate when bronzers are too pigmented. You can also like take some down to your chest to like just bronze yourself up a little bit. You want to pick the right undertone of blush, and this is actually something I didn't really pay that much attention to until recently, but I realized the difference that it makes on your skin. For me, I'm like neutral to warm, so I would ideally go for a neutral to warm tone blush. I wouldn't go in with a cool tone blush because it would just make me look ashy, and we don't want that. Clean girl looks are generally more about snatching the face, so I do like to put it a little bit higher than I might normally. I just kind of like to put it on the cheekbone above where I put the bronzer, and I don't like to go too crazy with the blush because, again, it just won't look as natural. We also want to smile, and I also like to add a little bit on just the apples of the cheeks because that is where we kind of naturally blush, and then a little bit across the nose. For highlight, you want to use a good one that's not too glittery. I love using the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter as a highlight for the step, and I just like to put on the cheekbones and on the nose, and I'll literally just blend that out with my finger, and it adds a really natural glow. And I'll blend it out with a sponge as well. And sometimes I want to go a little bit heavier with the highlight. I'm also using the Benefit Cookie Highlighter. I really like this one because I don't find that it's too glittery at all. I really don't like when highlights are just pure glitter, but just adding like a nice little topper on top of that highlight, it just looks so beautiful. I just like to add a little bit on the brow bone as well. I like to throw some in the inner corners, not super precise so it doesn't look so makeup-y, but just with this fatter brush. And then I'll dust some on the upper lip too, and the chin. As for the lips, I actually don't like to line my lips when I'm going for a super natural, no makeup, clean girl look. So I'm actually gonna just go straight in with a lip tint because this is super long lasting as well. And this is like a nudie color. This is the Romand Juicy Lasting Tint in the shade Mellow Skin, and I like this one because it's like a very natural nude, but it's a nice, warm, beautiful undertone. And it is kind of just like my lips but better. And if you want it to be long lasting, make sure your lips are bare before going in with a tint, otherwise it's just gonna come off when your lip balm comes off. Again, for the lips, you need to make sure you're using the right undertone, because if you're warm tone and you're using a cool tone lip, you're gonna look ashy. If you're cool tone and you're using a warm tone lip, it's gonna look orange on you. Hack for you guys, if you don't know what your undertone is, go to like a Sephora or any store that you can like swatch makeup and swatch it over your neck and your cheek. Do a warm tone, a cool tone, and a neutral tone. But after that, go outside in natural lighting and look at it. Do not trust the Sephora lighting, because I've literally gone in and they've swatched like the different undertones on me, and the cool tone looked like it matched me in the store, and then I went outside and it was like pink ash against my warm skin. Basically, whichever one looks best on you is your undertone, but make sure you're going outside to look. Anyway, for gloss, I'm going in with the Fui lip gloss. This is in the shade Vanilla 30%. You always just want to go in with like either a clear or a very light nudie gloss. I just love this lip gloss because it really just gives you like a glass lip. And I kind of go crazy with gloss. Like I'll do like 3 coats of this. And for the very last step, just to seal everything in and kind of melt it all together once again, I just do another layer of my setting spray. And that is my clean girl makeup look for oily skin. I hope I gave you guys some good tips on how to actually keep your makeup looking good all day. Being someone with extremely oily skin, I do still have to blot throughout the day. These steps, they help a lot, but my oil is so stubborn, it still comes through a little bit, so I always just have to take a powder with me and just blot my nose and forehead. In person, when I'm in the sun, because I didn't put on that much skin product, it actually still looks very natural and very skin-like. So I really hope that you guys watch this video. I really hope you guys liked this video and got something out of it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!